The most compelling part about National Farm Worker Ministries' work to me is that they put farm workers at the heart of every project and issue that they're working on.
What we do as an organization is that we not just stand with farm workers, but with unions of farm workers and associations of farm workers.
Agriculture and farming has for so long, for centuries, in this country depended on slave labor and slave-like labor today, that the churches need to be there to end these conditions and bring justice, good wages, and safe working conditions for all.
I'm drawn to work with the Farm Worker Ministry and to the whole work with farm workers because we all eat. And the injustice that's been done to farm workers since the beginning of this country is one of our cardinal sins.
Generations, this is a paraphrase, but roughly it goes, generations ago we owned slaves, now we just rent them.
It's some of the hardest work, some of the most dangerous work, and some of the most low-paid work that we have here in the United States and in places around the world.
I think it's most important that National Farm Worker Ministries has deep and long-lasting, profound, listening, carefully connected relationships with farm workers.
Farm workers are asking for our help to change the conditions that they are living in.
As a person of faith, I understand that every person has an innate dignity given by God, and unfortunately in today's world, too many people, too many farm workers in particular, live without respect for that dignity.
National Farm Worker Ministries seeks to listen to the voices of farm workers as they have identified their own priorities, and then to demonstrate actively as communities of faith.
In this moment, we live in an increasingly connected world, and yet we are in some ways increasingly disconnected from the realities of the world. We can choose to ignore the challenges and sort of live in our own little silos.
Think about when we are sitting at our table. Think about how this food got to our table. And is it just? Is it fair?
So standing with them and walking with them for fair wages, for safe conditions in the fields, for bathroom breaks, just things that we all take for granted in our daily lives, but are a struggle for them each day for dignity, is so important.
And so for us, understanding that these deeper systems of oppression, from greed, from capitalism, from development aggression, that we need to address them together, and how we as people of faith can be active in solidarity as they are sort of leading us into and inviting us into living differently, is just a tremendous gift and an opportunity for us as people of faith.
And the passage in Deuteronomy is about the obligation, the prophetic obligation to open one's heart and one's home and one's resources to those who are poor and are suffering.
But as long as I'm eating, I'm involved in the farm workers' struggle. So I can't just walk away from that. But I am part of it, and you and I, as long as you're putting food in our mouth, we have to say, who's putting that food on our tables?
Some people have been in this for 40 years, in this fight for 40 years, so to jump in and be a part of it, like, I just want to do whatever I can. There's no other way except through solidarity and through support.
So not everybody can picket and go in the streets. Not everyone can be an activist. Not everybody can go and be with the farm workers. But everyone can do something as simple as a contribution, as simple as a letter.